Hey guys, it is btaylortv and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Today we are going to be talking about Sophia Rain. She's been all over the internet for the past couple of days since it's been revealed that she's made $43 million her first year on OnlyFans. We're going to call it OnlyFriends because I just don't know how censored this is going to get. But if you know what OF is. So a lot of people had a lot of things to say. So we're going to do a deep dive and I'm going to do a breakdown of her earnings and the dark secret of why she's actually making the amount of money she's making.
Sophie Rain is currently going viral all across social media because she revealed something on a podcast that is leaving everyone at a loss for words. So as all of you likely know, Sophie Rain creates content on a OnlyFriends website. I can't say the actual name, but you know exactly what I mean. And while on this podcast, the podcaster decided to ask Sophie Rain straight up, how much money did she make this year? So Sophie Rain decided to hand the podcaster her phone with the analytics, and the podcaster said out loud that Sophie Rain was making close to $4 million every month this year. If you do the math, that is an absolutely ridiculous yearly income, and Sophie Rain herself decided to post the analytics on social media, and as you can see right here behind me, $43 million in just 1 year for creating content on the OnlyFriends site. Wow. I really just don't even know what to say at this point in this video. Like, I am truly at a loss for words. That is an unbelievable amount of money. And I'm definitely really curious to know your thoughts about all this.
So Sophia Rain is only 20 years old and she released these numbers around Thanksgiving during an interview. And she basically took a screenshot to show people proof because a lot of people were like calling out the BS. They're like, this is not true. There's no way, like, that's not even possible. I can't even imagine that amount of money can change my life. And Sophia was like, okay, I'll show you better than tell you. So she dropped the receipts of how much money she actually made. And then after that, people started harassing her on TikTok and basically were saying, you don't make that amount of money. And she was like, I do. Then she went on TikTok and thanked her subscribers who have all put their money towards her pockets.
43 million is crazy. I honestly did not think I'd be making anywhere close to that amount when I started. So I just want to say thank you to all of y'all out there, every single one of you guys who have been supporting me this whole time. I owe you guys. Like, this is all because of you. So thank you so much.
So I went digging into some numbers and it shows that it costs about $10 a month to join her OF page, that she's currently running an offer right now for first-time subscribers to see her content for $5. So this was very strategic on her end because think about it. People are like 43 million. I need to see what she's doing so I can learn from her. You're going to have men that are going to subscribe because they're like, oh, I want to see what's this worth. If she's worth 43 million, where she's making more money than NFL players or NBA players, I want to see what this content is about because I feel like I'm missing out. So you're going to have those people that's going to sign up. That's why she's strategically running this for $5 a month. And people would just, I'll just pay the extra $5 if I like it, right? Then you're going to have the women signing up, not because they just love them some Sophia. The women are going to be like, I need to take tips and how Sophia is running her OnlyFans accounts so I can also make that amount of money as Sophia. But here's the truth. She likely earns majority of her income from OF through premium or personalized content sold to subscribers. So what you are paying for as the basic subscription is not even touching the surface of what she probably offers. And I had this discussion with a group of people and they basically said, so escorting or, doing other things. But before I get into the dark details about Sophia Reigns and why she is making the amount of money she is making, let me just talk to the girlies who are feeling currently discouraged right now. My 9 to 5 girlies, my girlies that gotta go clock in, the girls that gotta work hard, the girls that gotta, make some sacrifices. And, in this day and age where the economy and inflation is very high, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck, especially in America. So when you hear things like OnlyFans, you can't help but to think like, oh my God, that's all I have to do is just be cute and sexy and do a little couple of dances here and there. And I'm not going to lie, during the pandemic, I seen a lot of my classmates that I went to school with, high school with, creating OF. And I was like, girl, what are you doing? And she was like, look, times are hard. Okay. I heard it was money to be made here and I'm jumping in to make it. And you saw a lot of celebrities making OF pages. You saw Beyonce talk about it and, that song, I'm a Savage. So a lot of people OF blew up and a lot of people tried to join during the pandemic and realized that it's not as easy as you think it is. First of all, you have to have a big following on social media. Secondly, you got to do some strange things, okay? And even if you're willing to do those strange things, let's be honest here. You're not gonna make that amount of money. And like I said, I'm gonna go into an explanation of why, but I'll let you hear from an OF model herself.
Talking about how Sophie Rain made $43 million on. But the thing is, not all of us, I do that line of work. I'm lucky enough to make rent. I'm very thankful, but not all of us are making $43 million. The average person makes $150. My friends that live in my hometown average $150 with having no social media following. I've met people who told me they tried to do and they made nothing. The average amount is $150 per month. So if you're joining the bandwagon, I'm just being real with you. Majority of us normal creators don't make that much. And I'm lucky enough to even afford rent, like making that amount of money. But I wish I made $43 million. Her marketing team is the best. So this is my application for her marketing team to hire me because, yes, that's why she made $43 million. Her marketing team is the best. But, yeah, this is a wake-up call. You do not make that much amount. The average is $150 per month. My best month was $5,000, and that's a shit ton of money for me. So yeah, not all of us are making $43 million, and I wish, but that's just a reality for most girls on.
So here's the dark truth. When I looked up Sophia Reign and this whole 304 culture that everyone is talking about, let's be honest. The reason why she is making the amount of money she is making is many different factors. It kind of reminds me of the Danielle Bergoli, Catch Me Outside girl, when she made 71 million within 3 years from OF. It's like soon as she turned 18, she created OF and made millions of dollars. But when you look at this on a deeper spiritual level, this just shows you how the dark black market actually works and how much money people with weird kinks are willing to pay. So let's start with Sophia Reign. Sophia Reign literally looks like a video game character. She reminds me of Chun-Li. She reminds me of Lara Croft Tomb Raider when I first saw her. And when I went through her content, I noticed that she not only blew up within last year, but it's like when she put on that Spider-Man outfit, it changed the game for her. And she surrounded herself with young ladies who also have a similar look. Not only is she a white woman, okay, because there is privilege there that you might say. She is benefiting from many different privileges, and it is white privilege, pretty privilege, youth privilege, skinny, curvy, slim, thick privilege. But I would say the most thing was the youth privilege. This girl looks like this woman looks like she is 15 to 14 to 13 years old. Is it her fault that she looks that young? Is that a bad thing? Before you guys go, well, she can't control how she looks. I understand that. I'm saying there is a privilege to her looking like a teen in the face, but her body is full grown. And she's 20 years old. She's barely legal. She's not even legal enough to drink. Okay, so you're going to have all these predators come out, just like they was waiting on Danielle Bergoli to wait until she turned 18. This woman plays off of that. If you actually go through her content, if you go through her TikTok, she plays off this innocent look with this snarky, sneaky behavior, like she's doing things in the bedroom of her parents' home and they're not looking. That's what it's giving. And then she puts on a Spider-Man outfit, which also attracts cartoonish, kinks. I mean, there are people who watch cartoon corn, and she's giving into that fantasy because of how she is naturally built. She is a white woman who is beautiful, and she looks like a teen. Let's be honest here. That's why a lot of you are not going to make the amount of money that this woman is making, because there's a lot of PEDOs out there who are waiting for women who look like that so they can fantasize being with a young teen like that. Okay, so that is one big reason why a lot of men are drawn to her, because she looks like a child and she's built like a woman. And she plays off of that. She knows that. So she's like in the arcade room dancing, and then she's like surrounding herself with some other young ladies who have braces. And braces don't make you a child, because there's grown adults with braces, but braces do help make you look youthful, because most of the time when people get braces are during their teens. That's always a known thing. Like, you get your braces when you are a teenager. So she doesn't have braces, but she's surrounding herself with girls. They're wearing braces. They're wearing PJs, looking like they're at a sleepover. It's giving she knows exactly what she's doing to make her money and her buck. And she's not just making all of this money just from subscription. She's making this money by making personalized video requests. And if you know, a lot of these women who make these personal requests, they're fulfilling the needs of a lot of these men with these weird kinks. Just like people who have like foot fetishes, and the amount of money they are willing to pay for you to, fulfill their needs with that industry, is the same with the creeps that I just mentioned earlier, the P's, okay? They are well aware of what they're doing, and she is well aware of what she's doing, and she's benefiting. My thing is that this money, the amount of people that are like begging for money, it's just like, it's sad. I saw a comment under her post where a guy was like, help me pay my student loans. Like, y'all need to understand, begging don't get you nowhere. You begging for somebody that has money to help you, and you think you're that special for them to be like, okay, I'll help you. They don't care about you. They do not care about you. You're going to stay stuck paying that loan and that debt because you're over here begging instead of getting it yourself. And let's go back to Sophia. The thing is, I'm not about to hate on this girl for delivering in a demand market, okay? There is a demand in that market, and she knows very well what she's doing. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, that's not fair. Life is not fair. I was not born to look like Sophia. And even if I was born to look like Sophia, I would hope I wouldn't have to sell my soul to make that amount of money. Because making that amount of money, but not mentally well, or there's dark spiritual ties to that money, me personally, no. But, get it how you live. For those who are like, oh my God, I'm about to start one, don't even get your hopes up because you don't look like her. And if you do look like her, are you willing to sell your soul for $1? Are you willing to do things that for men who have a sick fetish? Are you willing to fulfill those needs and those demands for men who imagine you as a little girl? If that's who you are for some money, then there's no need to talk to you any further. And the men who are getting mad saying, well, oh man, this is because of the simps. This is because of men who have kinks and weird fetishes. That's what that is. It's not just guys that's just like, oh my God, simp, simp, simp. No, these are men who are getting their needs fulfilled because they are lonely. There's a lot of lonely men out there. Okay? There's a lot of lonely men and there's a lot of creepy men. So if that's what they need to do to stay away from, us regular women, please. But I will say for those out there, just to be careful of what you post and put out there because there's so many creepy men out there. I've seen a lot, and I will never forget a story of a young lady who basically did OF, and her admirer or stalker sent her so much money. He sent her thousands, tens of thousands of his money. And this man traveled all the way from Florida to Houston to delete her because he said, she used me. So it's a dangerous game that you're playing because you can never live a regular life, and you are also attracting certain type of energy out there, and you just need to be careful what type of energy you are pulling towards you. So, and like I said, I saw a lot of my classmates start them, and I don't think they even making $100 a month. Okay. So the 9-to-5ers, you keep your soul, work hard, believe in yourself, manifest, you got this. But some people, you got to sit back and watch and see how that works out in the long run. Because these girls that do this and make that amount, they don't keep doing it. They stop at a certain point. And I really would like to know like how this woman lives her everyday life. But I don't know. I don't want to get too deep into it. But I will say that because of how she looks, she is using that to her advantage. And for people to get mad about it, it's just like life is not fair, y'all. Some people are smarter than others. Some people have the looks department and some don't. Some of us got to work a little harder. I know for me, I don't look like Sophia, nor do I look like I'm her age, and nor would I even think about trying to do that. That's just me personally. But I don't know. What y'all think? Do y'all think that this woman looks like a child? Am I tripping? I'm the only one that's seeing that. Am I the only one that's seeing that? And just give words of encouragement to the girls that got to clock in every day, or the girls that got to get up and, make that content and just keep going and pushing their business and keep thriving and keep pursuing their dreams. Go ahead and drop some words of encouragement below because I've seen a lot of y'all upset, and I'm just like, it's a market, it's a demand, and she's fulfilling those needs. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.